Won't believe where the world's first XRP ETF was launched. The IMF and the Federal Reserve may also have something to say. I'm Monica Long, and I have some exciting news about the XRP system. We'll also look at some of the deals and partnerships that are growing around the world for Medisco. This is also a very important week because ETFs are going to be part of the United States. We have a lot of exciting news for you guys. Please like and share if you find it useful. Let's get to it. Have a great weekend, friend. You might say that the money system is about to change. Some of the things the Fed told the OC and FDIC about things like safe coins have been taken back. If Genius and Stable Acts are true, some people think that introducing stable coins would be a big step toward free banking, which was the norm before the Federal Reserve and other central banks were created. What do you think about that? Thanks. The question was about digital currency from the central bank. Then you will either ask me another question or take me off the stage. No, I'm not leaving. We shouldn't be in the store business because I'm married to a central banker and they deal with a lot of money. Congress and the executive body made the decision. It's up to them if they want to make a safe coin based on the US dollar or a digital currency issued by the central bank. I wouldn't want the central bank to be in the store business. People are already afraid that if they try to get money from the Appropriations Committee and are turned down, they will go to the Federal Reserve as if we were the Fiscal Policy Appeals Court. When the next disaster happens, I don't need 300 million Americans to have bank accounts at the central bank because they can't figure out how to pay for something. Why don't you guys just fill those accounts up? They asked Congress. Most people who talk about cryptocurrencies are talking about software instead of cryptocurrencies. The word crypto comes from the fact that it's not a secret, which makes it sound like money, right? This is computer code. And if Congress, which is in charge of running the country, says they want a stable coin, Fed shouldn't be involved with that either. We should be a part of the plan for wholesale funding, and we have been for a long time. What happens when this money goes from one bank to another? What happens when the central bank steps into the market? Well, I think there are big changes that can be made. We can move to a system that is safer, more efficient, and faster, and using some of this new technology is definitely the smartest way to do it. That's something the central bank can handle. The leaders are in charge of everything else. You can tell that the tone and touch of central bank digital cash are getting softer. He did say some bad things about retail CBDC and having bank accounts at the Fed. For you and me, what he said makes sense. If there was a problem, like when everyone had to stay home in 2020 and put money back into the market to get things going again, that would be a great way to do it. He does think that might cause prices to go up, though there is a lot of useful information there. I wanted to say that we are becoming more and more realistic about the role of cryptocurrency in our daily economy. Over the next few years, more people will come to and use the same place, which will make a bigger difference. We've loved and known each other for a long time. I'll play this monoclone clip now. Systems like, banks probably won't be able to connect directly to the blockchain. That's why we offer an infrastructure. What does it mean to have infrastructure? It includes things like switching from real world paper money to digital asset money. It provides safe storage, stable coins, and even services for institutions to tokenize assets. In other words, it gives them the basic services they need. As you may know, the company was started by 3 people who worked on the XRP ledger we were talking about. We've always believed in creating use cases that make the most of how well for example, this sheet shows how banks might use Ripple's services. As you may know, Ripple's stable coin system is making great progress. It will be interesting to see which banks choose to use Ripple services. This is where banks, companies that store digital assets, and growth-oriented banks get into the crypto market. You can see that MicroStrategy, lots of companies, including Tesla, own Bitcoin. Several banks also try to store digital assets. This is the schedule. Obviously, these dates had to be pushed back a lot because of the tensions in the US, but things will still get worse, and many businesses are ready for it. to take this chance and help make this new financial system work. I think these businesses will be the ones of the future, and I'm so proud to work for Apex Exchange. Hey guys, they were made in 2017 and don't require any KYC. You can use them in the US. Yes, they are a DEX with superpowers. They've made 62 billion, 700 million worth of trades. There are still deals to be had, and 17.42 million people are still interested. This is a user interface, which makes it easy to find a lot of useful information that will help you become the star seller you were meant to be. Start your journey through decentralized trade. They offer low fees and make it simple to trade across multiple chains, such as these. Is it expensive cryptocurrencies or something new like meme coins or other AI agents? You can also trade a wide range of things with them. Paying them is the best way to make the most money. Zero takers, 0.000005. Your 24-hour number is another great thing about you. Check it out. $355 million, 0 cents. I've worked with Apex Exchange for a few weeks now. Today, you can get up to $30, 0 cents in cash payments, thanks to the bonuses and paid. You can sign up, make a payment, and start making money right away. You can also invite friends, which is what I'm doing here. You can buy both spot and futures. XRP. The deck is one of they are the cleanest people I've ever seen, and I love working with them. Please move the link lower in the text and look at text today to help me out. Thank you very much and have a great day. Hello, the XRP Pro Shares ETF guys have an event on April 30th, which is this Wednesday. They're starting to move through it, which is why the price is starting to rise a little. Would be an amazing if these ETFs made a lot of money in their first year. JP Morgan thinks they will make between $3 billion, 0 cents, and $8 billion, 0 cents in their first year. We need to look into it. If it can go even higher, that would be great. At their peak, ETFs made a total of $15 billion, 0 cents. Okay, so the first XRP ETF in the world is from Brazil. This is something that can make someone happy. The XRP 1.1 will likely invest at least 95% of its stock in XRP, either directly or indirectly. This is what everyone is talking about. So here it is. This is what hashtag is talking about. Jack the Ripper is writing about more ETFs and how many people are buying them. That's all there is to it. The room looks really lively right now. That you start to remember what Naveen Gupta said about small amounts. This is going to be a very important part for Americans to get by. A few days ago, I made a movie about banks. I think I released it yesterday, Friday. In that movie, it talks about how 49